Hello everybody, this is Mr. Rob and welcome back to another episode of the Oakland Athletics franchise here on MLB The Show 24, where the A's stay at home for the next 7 games against 2 of the easier opponents they're going to face the rest of the way. So this is arguably the easiest week of the season for Oakland. We'll see if they can capitalize, starting off with a 4-game homestand against the Tampa Bay Rays. If you're excited for this one, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below, especially if you want more franchise content, as Joey Estes, the rookie, is on the mound for Oakland, who's pitched pretty good, all things considered. He'll start off against the All-Star this season, Josh Lau, who, the 2-1 pitch, will chop this one behind the plate, and actually, Estes gets hurt on the pitch. So, 4 pitches in, we're already going to have to make a pitching change. It's Kyle Muller coming out of the bullpen, cold turkey, mind you, for his 25th appearance of the season. The A's opening day starter from a year ago has pitched pretty well out of the bullpen, but with a cold arm, he walks low to begin the day. That'll bring up Harold Ramirez up next. He's going to look at the first pitch, but Lowe's going to go steal second base. He's got some wheels. That is his 29th stolen bag of the season. Later in the at-bat, Ramirez is going to single into right field, and it's going to get down, and the Rays will get the first run of the ball game as it's 1-0 Tampa Bay. Muller coming out of the pen without throwing a warm-up pitch, and it's kind of showing. Yandy Diaz up next will hit this one into center field to get down, as Ramirez will go to third, and when there's runners in the corners, still nobody out. Isaac Paredes will be the first out of the ball game, but it's deep enough where they will test the arm of Rooker, and the throw is not in time. Tampa Bay takes a 2-0 lead. How about Randy Arozarena up next? Full count. He pops up into shallow left. It looks like Davidson will make the grab. And we'll take a look at this Tampa Bay's lineup. We've seen the first 5 batters. Up next, we'll see Brandon Lowe, who's playing second base, followed by Richie Palacios in center, Rene Pinto at catcher, Jose Caballero at short, as Yandy Diaz, the batting champ from last year, playing a little bit underneath his standards this year. We'll see if he can pick it up for the Rays. Here is Brandon Lowe up next. He pops up to third base, as it looks like it'll be caught, and this will end the top of the first. As we'll go into the bottom of the first now, as Taj Bradley takes a 2-run lead without throwing a pitch. Hasn't been the best year for the young right-handed arm, who the Rays have a lot of hope in. He'll start off his day against our lone all-star, Zach Geloff, as he'll take a 1-0 pitch and hit it into right field, and this one will be caught. As we'll take a look at Oakland's lineup. Geloff, we just saw him. Next up will be Ryan Noda, who's back at first base. Brent Rooker in right, Seth Brown in left, Tyler Soderstrom at DH, Esteury Ruiz in center, Shea Langoliers, who's been swinging a hot bat. He's at catcher, followed by Logan Davidson, who made his MLB debut last week, hitting .375 at short, and Abraham Toro at third. Ryan Noda up next, swings through a changeup for strike 3, and the leader in the American League in Ks will go down. And then Brent Rooker, first pitch, will golf one into deep center field, but it'll be caught. And the A's go down 1-2-3. We'll stay with Muller top 2. Richie Palacios at the dish, and he looks at strike 3. There's a nice fastball up and in. Catcher Rene Pinto up next, 2-2. He's going to chop this one over to Toro, who fields it cleanly, and will throw him out. And Muller's starting to settle into this ball game. Jose Caballero, the 9-hitter, up next. He gets plunked on the first pitch. So right as I say that, Muller hits a batter and gives a free base runner. As Josh Lowe up next will hit this one into right field, and it's going to get down. And with 2 outs, the runner is going. That's going to be an RBI double for the leadoff man, and it's now 3-0 Rays. Not done yet, though. Harold Ramirez will hit this one into the right center gap. That's going to get down. The Rays are going to add some more runs, and this one's quickly getting out of hand for Oakland. Now, the A's also don't want to make this a bullpen game. They're coming off a 3-game stretch without a day off. As the bullpen is tired, they're going to keep Kyle Muller in. This is looking to backfire a little bit. Another base hit. Now 5-0 Tampa Bay, thanks to the RBI from Yandy Diaz. Can we get Paredes up? Yes, we do. He strikes out on the curveball, but it's 5-0 Tampa Bay. We'll go bottom 2 now, see if the A's can get something going, considering Tampa Bay has. But Brown will miss on a fastball right down the middle and fly it out to left. Tyler Soderstrom up next, and he will not miss. He perfectly times a curveball into right field, and that one is out of here. 112 off the bat for Soderstrom, who's played pretty well since coming back from the groin injury that made him miss 2 months of the season. He now has 8 homers, 432 feet. As the A's get 1 back, it's now 5-1. Ruiz up next, now hitting above 200 on the season. This will help. Bloops one into center field for a base hit. He's always a threat to steal the base, but he will not here as Langoliers strikes out on a nasty curveball from Bradley. Next batter, Logan Davidson, will pop up a fastball, so he's not going to be hitting 375 anymore as that one is caught. But the A's get one back in the second. We go to top 3 where Jose Butto will come in out of the bullpen. He's making his 27th appearance, but this is his first one in relief. He's made 26 starts, hasn't had the best tenure since coming over to Oakland in the deadline trade. We'll see if maybe this short stint out of the bullpen will help. He's looking to go probably about 2 or 3 innings in relief just to get some stability, and he's off to a good start. Gets the first 2 batters down. That'll bring up Richie Palacios up next, who struck out back in the second. 1-2 here, and then he'll ground this one over to Geloff, and Butto does come out and pitch a 1-2-3 inning. Stay with the Rays, though, top 4. Rene Pinto up first, 0-1 pitch, and this will bloop into right. So Butto gives off a leadoff base runner here. That'll bring up the 9-hole hitter Jose Caballero, who rips one into left field. And this one's going to be trouble. And again, the Rays swinging the bats. Runner on first is going to score. That's giving the RBI double for the former Seattle Mariner, Jose Caballero, 6-1 Rays. Back to the top of the lineup in more trouble. Josh Lowe ropes one to right field and out of here. A 2-run shot for Josh Lowe, the all-star right fielder, and his 24th of the season. And it's now 8-1 Tampa Bay Rays. Butto continuing to struggle since being an Oakland Athletic. I want to see the New York Met version of him this season. Harold Ramirez up next, 1-0 pitch. And for the second time today, he's going to be shopping at the gap. One hops off the right center wall, almost a repeat of his last at-bat, as this inning still has nobody out. Again, Oakland's going to keep Butto in the game. They don't want to go through all their arms. So he'll get Yandy Diaz up next. He'll pop this one into center field. Ruiz will have it. And they will test his arm as here comes the throw. It'll be cut off by Davidson, and it's not in time. Ramirez gets up to third. Isaac Paredes now. First pitch swinging. He's going to drive one. This one's hit to deep right center, and it's out of here as well. Isaac Paredes with a 2-run shot. It's 10-1 Rays. This one's almost at that mercy rule you see in Little Leagues. 24th of the season for Paredes. Gives the Rays a 10-1 lead. Still only 1 out here in the 4th. Butto stays in the game. It's Randy Arozarena now who gets underneath the fastball. Sky high here in the infield. But Ryan Noda will put it away. Brandon Lowe up next. He hits one deep right field. It's got a lot of hang time. It's at the wall, and Rooker looks up, and it's out of here. Brandon Lowe with a solo shot. It's now 11-1. It's a 10-run deficit. Lowe's 21st of the season. With this game being a blowout, we're just going to go to the end of it. We're going to wave the white flag mercy rule, and I'll catch you at the end of this ball game where the Rays do win by a final score of 14-3. He's got a little bit going, but the Rays were just too much to handle. Lowe had a 2-for-5 homer day. You can see the stats on your screen. The bullpen didn't do the best job for us. Again, the pitching was just god-awful today, and we suffered the consequences. Thankfully, Estes will not be out a lot of time. He just had a strain in his flexor. But in the next game, we lose 3-0, so the opposite. But Shane McClanahan goes a complete game shutout against us. Game 3, we lose 4-3. We lose by 1 run. Ruiz had a great day, 4-for-5, but Butto again struggling. 5 walks in 4 innings. We do win the game 4, so don't get the 4-game sweep against us. 8-2, so the offense had a very good game here. And something to note, we had 3 errors, and both of the runs for the Rays were not earned. Nonetheless, we'll stay at home against the Milwaukee Brewers up next. We'll see if we fare a little bit better against the Milwaukee Brewers here at home, as Milwaukee is 55-73 on the season, while we are now 40-88. Hoping to do better here in the second half of the week, rocking the Kelly Greens on our Friday home game in front of the Oakland fans. It's at least what's left of the fans. Kim Waldichuk, the lefty, will be making his 7th start of the season, .456 ERA, which is one of our better starting pitchers, believe it or not. He'll start off today against Bryce Turang, the second-year man from Santiago High School in California. And he'll begin the day by chopping this one over to Ryan Noda, who will step on the base to record the first out. We'll take a look at the Brewers lineup. Up next, we'll see Sal Frelick as the youth movement in full effect here in Milwaukee, followed by Christian Yelich, Rhys Hoskins, Williams Contreras, Jackson Churio, Andrew Montessori, O with Joey Wiemer and Owen Miller, with Wiemer hitting .246 on the campaign. Sal Frelick up next, 1-2. He looks at strike 3, fastball low, gets him. So quick 2 down now for Waldichuk, trying to make it 3 straight, and he does. He gets Christian Yelich to fly to right field, and that'll end the top of the first. On the mound for the Milwaukee Brewers will be the former Baltimore Oriole D.L. Hall. Not having a good season is the lefty through 25 starts. If you want to turn around your season, though, the Oakland Athletics is the great team to do it against, as the first batter he gets is Zach Geloff to pop up into foul territory. And we'll take a look at the Athletics lineup. Only change from the first half of the episode is there is no Seth Brown in the lineup today. Miguel Andujar will be in left. So everybody else just kind of moves up one spot. As we just saw Geloff fly out, he leads all Athletics in WAR this season with a 3 in that category. Here's Ryan Noe up next, lefty-lefty, and he swings through the slider, continuing to lead the American League in strikeouts. 2 down now for Bretton Rooker, who hits this one down to the third base line and fair, goes after the first pitch like he does pretty well, and he's on first base. That'll bring up Shea Langoliers, 1-0 pitch, and he's going to hit this one up the middle for a base hit. Shea has worked hard to get that average up over 2, and he's going to do it with this single as Rooker goes to third. So big spot for Soderstrom, full count pitch, and he draws a walk. So bases loaded for Esteury Ruiz. He's very good with runners on base, the batter we want right here. First pitch swinging, hits it into right field, but it's just got too much carry, and Oakland leads them loaded. Go top 2 now, 1 down for William Contreras, and he's going to launch one deep left field off of the foul pole, which means it's fair, and it's a home run. Contreras hits a solo shot. The Silver Slugger from a season ago hits his 12th homer of the season, and he draws first blood here at the Coliseum as the Milwaukee Brewers lead 1-0. Going to the 5th now, Jackson Chourio leads off for the Brewers, and he's going to rope one into left field, 112 off the bat and out of here. Another solo shot here for the Brewers. It's the rookie 20-year-old from Venezuela, putting together a very good campaign, trying to chase down that Rookie of the Year voting. He hits his 12th homer of the season, and the Brewers now lead by 2, making it 2-0. Next batter will be Andrew Montessorio, another young Brewer batter. Brewers might not be very good this season, but they got a lot of young players to be excited for in the future. Montessorio flies out to center, and then Joey Wiemer up next will single into left field. So I'll put 1 on, 1 away for Owen Miller playing shortstop today. And, well, Wiemer's actually going to go steal second base. Didn't get a good jump, but not a good throw by Langoliers. So now a runner is scoring position. Later in the at-bat, Miller will ground over to Davidson, who will put him away at first. Back to the top of the lineup, Bryce Terang 0 for 2 on the day. He's going to make it 0 for 3, but the Brewers, remember, do get 1 across. Waldichuk would go 5 innings as Mason Miller now comes in to take the 6th. Just still getting more innings, more reps for the young righty. His first batter will be Sal Frelick, and he gets some on the first pitch to bloop one to Davidson. That's caught. Now Christian Yelich up next, 1-1 to him, and the former NL MVP will single into left field. He'll take first base now for Rhys Hoskins, 1-1 to him, and Yelich is actually going to try to steal second, but this time a better throw by Langoliers gets him. So now 2 down. Later in the at-bat, Hoskins swings and gets plunked, and that's a very interesting way to end the inning. We'll go to top 7 now. Trevor Gott will take over. I haven't seen him a lot recently in feature matchups. Just kind of seen his role diminished. Still doing okay, though, however, as I say that, he gives up a leadoff single to Contreras. Jackson Chourio up next. What a backhand by Gott. Goes to second, but Chourio will beat the throw at first, but a great defensive play by the pitcher. Monasterio up next will ground this over to Diaz. This one should be a double play, and it will be, as nice inning by Gott. We'll go bottom 7. We haven't seen our offense today since the first inning, and the reason is because we haven't had a base runner since the first inning. No hits, no walks since the first, as DL Hall has just completely shut down this lineup. You got Langoliers to fly out, and he's going to do the same thing to Soderstrom. A pop-up into foul territory where Monasterio will get underneath it. Now up to Esteury Ruiz, first pitch, another pop-up. Hall's done a good job of getting them to just fly in the air, and that's a 1-2-3 inning again. Go top 8 now, the lefty Scott Alexander, another guy who's seen his role kind of diminished recently. He'll take the mound. 2-2 pitch to Alexander to Wiemer from Alexander, and he'll get him to pop up into right field. Next batter, Owen Miller. He also pops up. A lot of high balls today, as this one is going to be camped out by Davidson, and that'll be the second out. Top of the lineup, Bryce Terang up next, and he's going to get on the score sheet with a single into center field. And Terang's got some speed. He's actually going to try to leg this into 2, and he does. Maybe he catches Oakland lacking a little bit. Nonetheless, that's his 19th double of the season. Sal Frelick up next will hit this one into right field for a base hit. They're going to wave Terang around. Rooker's throw is offline, and the Brewers add one more. They make it 3-0. That'll also do it for Scott Alexander. Zach Jackson brought out of the pen, trying to get the final out here in the 8th. He'll have to do it against Christian Yelich, who 0-1 pitch will chop it up the middle into center field for a base hit, and the inning stays alive. 2 on now for Rhys Hoskins, 1-0 pitch, and he's going to hit this one opposite field to right field. Rooker's giving chase, and it's going to clear the wall. A 3-run shot for Rhys Hoskins, who, if you remember, missed all of last season with a torn ACL. He's bounced back big time this year, hitting his 29th homer of the season, and the Brewers now all of a sudden lead 6-0. Zach Jackson still can't get that final out. Contreras is up next. He finally will get the out as he swings through it. We'll go top 9 now. Urseg will come in, trying to get the final 2 outs. It's not a save situation, but might as well use them because we don't get many save opportunities as the Oakland Athletics. He gets Monasterio first to ground to himself for out number 2. And then Joey Weimer up next will swing through it for out number 3. But with a 6-0 lead, we're going to go into the 9th. All but over, basically. DL Hall, though, trying to put together a complete game shutout. He gets the first batter noted, ground out to first. Rooker up next, 2-0 pitch to him, and he turns on a fastball, rips it to left field. It's got some carry, and it's out of here. The Athletics will get on the board thanks to Brent Rooker's 20th home run of the season. It's a solo shot, makes it now 6-1. But hey, at least the Oakland Athletics can say they didn't get blanked. The Brewers will also keep DL Hall out there, still trying to go for the complete game. Might not be a shutout, but still a complete game nonetheless. As Langoliers also turns on a fastball, same trajectory, but this one's just shy of the wall. So now 2 down now for Tyler Soderstrom, 2-1 pitch. Grounder over to first. This should do it, and it will. The Brewers win game 1 of this 3-game set by a final score of 6-1. And so much for this being our easiest week of the season. Through 5 games, we're sitting at a record of 1-4. Pitching has not been very good. The offense was quiet today as we gave up 6 runs on 10 hits, while we only had 1 on 4. As that'll do it for game 1 here. Player of the game is going to be DL Hall for good measure. He won a complete game, struck out 7 along the way, and only gave up the solo shot. We'll go into game 2 where we lose 3-1, so another L here at home. Freddie Peralta goes 8 innings, only was taken out once Langoliers hit the solo RBI for the Athletics. And with this loss, we're officially eliminated from the division. Oh darn, didn't see that coming. It gets bad to worse. We get swept by the Brewers. Lose 4-1 with our only hit being a solo shot from Zach Geloff. So in the easiest week of the season, we go 1-6. We're now hit the road for the next episode with a 3-game set at Cincinnati, which is not a good team. But then we head to Texas to face the Rangers, who are a good team. So we cannot capitalize on our easiest week of the season. And, well, it's not going to get any easier. Now, hopefully we can bounce back against the Reds, but not going to keep our hopes up. Thank you guys so much for watching, though. This season is wrapping up. We should be getting done with it in the next couple of weeks, which is exciting as we get ready for more A's content. If you've enjoyed, make sure you drop a like and you subscribe down below. This is Mr. Rob, and I'll see you in the next one.